Extradition, an act of handing over the criminals to their home country where they have committed a crime and then escape to the country they are currently residing in to avoid being arrested and stand trials. This requires a treaty to be signed between countries so that the fugitive can be sent back to the requesting country, called extradition treaty. However, it's not as easy as it seems, and the problem physically occurs when the extradition is initiated under investigation of the accused. If the accused is in under trial state or convicted, the requested country will most probably send him back on the request because, who would want a criminal freely roaming around in their country? However, it can be filled with political tension, even when a treaty is in place. There can be cases where the accused has been sent to the requesting authorities, even if there's no treaty involved between countries, which is rare. And there are cases where, even after the extradition treaty in place, the accused are not handed over to the country where he committed the crime. There can be many reasons for the latter. If there's no treaty among countries, there's no way they're going to send the alleged offender back to their home country. Or if the crime for which he or she has been accused of is not mentioned in the treaty, they cannot be extradited. They cannot be extradited for military or political offense as well, as per the treaty. There's also the provision of dual criminality, meaning if the criminal has done the crime in the country he's fled to, similar to the home country, or any other crime, which is still considered a crime in the country he's currently residing at, he will be arrested and will be imprisoned or put for trials in that country itself, and he won't be sent back to his home country. Also, if the procedure of extradition has not been followed properly according to the treaty or act, in case of India, he is not getting extradited. Can there be other cases as well? Yes. If a convicted or under trial accused has done something illegal in his home country, but that act is not considered as a crime in the country he's fled to, the requested country won't send him for extradition. There are other conditions as well, depending on the country we talk about. For example, London is known for keeping the criminals who has fled from other parts of the world for committing a crime. And there's a long procedure that has to be followed before the criminal is finally sent back to the home country. For example, we can take the case of Vijay Mallya, who is a fugitive businessman from India, refused to come back here just given the reason that Indian prisons are in poor state and he do not want to be imprisoned here because of it. The authorities reasoned with him and kept him from being extradited in England, London. Basically, the process there involves going to different courts and the organization of human rights that one or the other way do not let them get extradited. Also in England, there's something called if a person fled from anywhere spends £2 million as investment or open a restaurant or factory, they guarantee that he or she can stay there for a few years with